Before we start, I want to give a quick content warning. This episode discusses postpartum depression, intrusive thoughts, and feelings of hopelessness. It's going to be honest, brutally honest, because too many moms are suffering in silence, terrified to admit what's actually happening inside their heads. If you were in crisis or thinking of harming yourself, please don't wait. You can call or text 988 in the U.S. to reach the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, or you can visit postpartum.net for free, confidential help and local support. You deserve help. You deserve peace. Alright, so apparently you're supposed to give birth, instantly glow, and love every second of motherhood like it's Pampers commercial. The house is spotless, the baby's giggling, and you're sitting there in perfect lighting looking like you didn't just survive a small war. But here's the thing no one talks about. What happens when you don't feel like that? What happens when you're crying for no reason? Your hormones are holding you hostage, and you're terrified because the only thing you want more than sleep is to just feel normal again. Yeah, that's postpartum depression. And it's not a flaw. It's not a weakness. And it's not something you can fix by just being grateful. It's your body and your brain going through a biochemical demolition derby, and you're just trying to make it through the wreckage. Because motherhood isn't always sunshine and baby powder. Sometimes it's tears, rage, guilt, and a Google search history that looks like, why do I hate everything, including myself right now? So today, we're going to talk about what's really going on. Not the Instagram version, not the it's just baby blues version. We're going to talk about the raw, messy, terrifying, and very real side of postpartum depression and what you can do to survive it. Let's get one thing straight before we start throwing around brain chemistry and hormone talk. The problem isn't just postpartum depression itself. It's how we treat the women going through it. Somehow, society decided that the minute a baby is born, the mother stops being a human and becomes a 24/7 gratitude machine. She's supposed to glow, coo, and post perfect nursery photos while her body feels like it lost a boxing match and her brain is trying to reboot on 2 hours of sleep. And when she doesn't, people say things like, "You should be happy. You have a healthy baby. You just need to get out more. Other moms have it worse." Cool. Thank you for the motivational poster, Brenda. I'm sure my serotonin levels will fix themselves now. Here's what we should not be doing as a community. Shaming or minimizing. If a mom says she's struggling, believe her. Don't turn it into a gratitude competition. Joking about crazy hormones. Her emotions aren't punchlines. They're chemical warfare. Expecting instant recovery, healing, physically, mentally, emotionally, takes time. You wouldn't ask someone fresh out of surgery to host a dinner party. And here's what we should be doing. Listen without fixing. "I hear you" goes a lot further than "you'll be fine." Offer real help. Not the vague, "let me know if you need anything," but specific things. "Can I watch the baby while you nap? Do you want me to handle dinner tonight?" Normalize therapy and medication. Because sometimes love and lavender oil aren't enough. Now, to the fathers, husbands, and partners, this one's for you. She doesn't hate you. She's not broken. She's not ungrateful. Her body just went through a hormone crash that makes puberty look like a casual inconvenience. If she's crying, distant, or angry, it's not because she stopped loving you or your baby. It's because her brain chemistry is throwing a tantrum she can't control. The best thing you can do is show up. Not with advice, but presence. Sit next to her, even if you don't know what to say. Do the dishes, handle a feeding. Tell her she's not alone and mean it. Because postpartum depression isolates people, and your job is to help her feel seen. So let's break this down like adults. Because postpartum depression isn't some mysterious emotional weakness. It's biology being an absolute menace. When a woman gives birth, her hormone levels don't just shift, they drop off a cliff. Estrogen and proestrogen, the hormones that have been on overdrive for 9 months, suddenly plummet. That crash doesn't just affect mood. It messes with sleep, appetite, energy, and the brain's ability to regulate emotion. Then there's oxytocin, the so-called love hormone. It's supposed to help with bonding, but when your body's exhausted, your hormones are doing a sad conga line, and you haven't slept in 3 days. Oxytocin can get drowned out by cortisol, the stress hormone. Translation: instead of feeling all warm and glowy, you might feel anxious, disconnected, or completely numb. And if that wasn't enough, your dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals responsible for motivation and happiness, are on vacation somewhere in the Caribbean, refusing to come back until you start sleeping again. And in sleep deprivation, physical pain, identity loss, and a crying baby who thinks you're a 24-hour diner, and your brain basically says, cool, I'm out. You're on your own. According to the American Psychological Association, about 1 in 5 to 1 in 8 women experience postpartum depression. And that's just the ones who report it. Many hide it because they're terrified of being labeled a bad mom. And while people love to throw around the term baby blues, that's a completely different beast. The baby blues usually hit within the first week or two and fade as your hormones level out. Postpartum depression sticks around. It can show up months after birth and doesn't care if your Instagram feed looks perfect. So if you're sitting there wondering why you can't just shake it off, it's because this isn't something you willpower your way out of. This is brain chemistry, not a character flaw. And if anyone tells you otherwise, please hand them a pamphlet on endocrinology and ask them to sit down. Alright, now we're getting into the stuff that no one talks about. The inner monologue that keeps mothers up at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, feeling guilty for existing. These are the thoughts that don't get whispered to friends, family, or even your therapist sometimes. And if you're having them, you're not broken. You are human. Some of the most common ones: I love my baby, but I don't feel love right now. That crushing guilt when your brain just doesn't do the thing you feel like you're supposed to. Doesn't mean you don't care. It means your brain chemistry is a jerk. Or, I miss my old life. The one where you slept through the night, showered without panic, and didn't have to smell the same onesie 3 times a day. Missing it doesn't make you a bad mom. What about, I think my baby deserves a better mom? Your standards for yourself are literally impossible because the world told you motherhood equals perfection. Newsflash, perfection doesn't exist. Your baby just needs a mostly functional, mostly sane human. I feel nothing, and that scares me. Emotional numbness is terrifying, but it's a real symptom of postpartum depression. Your brain is just temporarily disconnected from all the chemicals that make joy possible. I don't want to die, but I don't want to wake up like this again. If this thought is familiar, it's serious. It's okay to feel it, and it's crucial to reach out immediately. That doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Listen, no one told you your uterus came with a built-in emotional demolition team. You survived 9 months of pregnancy. You can survive this. And yes, it's allowed to be a total dumpster fire sometimes. The key takeaway here: you're not a bad person. You're not a failure. You're not alone. These thoughts are real, and they deserve acknowledgement, not shame. Alright, now that we've acknowledged the chaos in your head, let's talk about what you can actually do. Because surviving postpartum depression isn't about forcing yourself to smile more or pretending everything is fine. It's about real tools and support. Number 1, therapy isn't a dirty word. CBT, talk therapy, and other professional support aren't optional if you're struggling. They are life rafts. A good therapist helps you untangle the guilt intrusive thoughts, and anxiety that comes with postpartum depression. Quick shout out, if you're lucky, find someone like my friend Dr. Laura Ellick, who specializes in CBT and knows how to help your brain stop lying to you. Number 2, medication can be a game changer. Sometimes your brain chemistry is so off kilter that talk therapy alone isn't enough, and that's okay. Antidepressants or hormone therapy under professional supervision can stabilize mood, making coping strategies actually possible. Number 3, self-care isn't selfish. Sleep, nutrition, and exercise sound basic, but postpartum, your brain is a toddler-sized tyrant. Even small routines can feel impossible. Ask for help. Sleep in, eat a proper meal. Reclaiming a tiny sliver of your own humanity counts. Number 4, build a support network. People who will actually listen, not fix. Partners, friends, family, support groups. Even online communities can help you feel less alone. Partners, show up. Watch the baby, fold laundry, or just sit quietly while she cries. Presence is greater than advice. Number 5, grounding and mindfulness techniques. Quick tricks to survive the moments when your brain is doing gymnastics. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding. Name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. Deep breathing or guided meditation. Journaling intrusive thoughts to help the brain release them instead of obsessing. Number 6, dark humor reminder. Laugh when you can. Dark, sarcastic humor is a survival mechanism, not denial. Yes, my baby just spit up on my shirt. No, I don't care. I'm the mom. I survived 9 months of labor. I can survive this. So, there's no single solution, but there is hope. Therapy, support, self-care, medication if needed, all of it together helps your brain stop being a tyrant and start functioning like it's supposed to. You're not failing, you're surviving. And that's fucking heroic. Here's the brutal truth. Postpartum depression isn't a sign of weakness. It's not a flaw, it's not a punishment. It's a biological, chemical, emotional storm that would make any human feel unmoored. If you're a mom struggling right now, know this. You're not alone, and you're not a bad mother. The thought you're having, the guilt, the panic, the numbness, these are symptoms, not moral failings. Your brain and hormones are temporarily hijacking your life, and that's okay. It doesn't make you a failure. It makes you human. The tools we talked about, therapy, support, self-care, grounding techniques, medication if needed, aren't quick fixes. They're life rafts. And the bravest thing you can do is reach for one. If anything in this episode resonated with you, call or text 988, the U.S. Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, if you feel unsafe with your thoughts. Visit postpartum.net for confidential support and resources. Reach out to a trusted therapist or doctor. You don't have to navigate this alone. And to the partners, friends, and family listening, your role isn't to fix this. Your role is to show up, listen, and support without judgment. Sometimes that's more powerful than any advice or pep talk. So moms, take a deep breath. Surviving postpartum depression doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're alive. You're still here. And yes, some days will be a dumpster fire. That's okay. You're doing something remarkable. Surviving, even when that feels impossible. Because at the end of the day, being brutally human doesn't mean being perfect. It means being real, resilient, and courageous enough to ask for help. Thank you so much for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your week.